What's going on, guys? I hope that you're all having a wonderful day today. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Ty, and today in this video, we're going to be talking about the brand new DCU casting. Some breaking news here. Kyle Chandler is going to be playing Hal Jordan in the upcoming DCU series Lanterns, and I guess you could just say in the DCU as a whole. This is definitely breaking news. I mean, there's been a lot of speculation recently, especially because this show is going to start production very, very soon. I believe that they're going to start filming in January, and we finally have our Hal Jordan, which means that soon enough, we're also going to get our John Stewart. But listen, I'm getting a little bit too ahead of myself here. What do I think of this casting? I mean, Kyle Chandler, right? Great actor in my opinion, and I've got to say, I really like him in this role. Just to kind of, be pretty blunt with you guys, I don't really need to hype it up or, warm it up here. I just think that this is great casting, simply put. Kyle Chandler has always been a very underrated actor to me. He's kind of like a character actor, and that term can be used in like an insulting manner, but I just mean it in a positive light. I feel like he's always playing like this charismatic older figure. He always has this charm to him. He's a really great actor with his face and his voice in particular. He has such a great voice, a very demanding voice, and I really appreciate that, and I think that he fits into this role pretty well. Don't get me wrong, I'm honestly not like a comic whiz. I'm a comic book movie nerd, don't get me wrong, but I really don't know that much about the comics. But from what I've seen, this seems to fit. I mean, I'm just going to be realistic here. The other options that were floating around were Chris Pine, Matthew McConaughey, and also Ewan McGregor, who were apparently in the running, or at least who DC wanted. Josh Brolin was apparently officially offered the role, but he also turned it down. So looks like Kyle Chandler's going to be our next guy up. In a way, even though I really enjoy those bigger names, I feel like taking it one step down to a Kyle Chandler who is more of like a B-list actor rather than like an A-lister, I kind of like that. Again, I think that he's a big name. I really like him and I think he's a great actor. But in a way, I'm happy they didn't go with like that top tier, because now he's getting his shot. Because again, I feel like he's very underrated. But what does this mean going forward now? Because we still need our John Stewart. For those of you that don't know, this series is basically going to be like a true detective, noir type of series that's in the DCU, of course, going over like the murder of, I don't really know if they went over the details, but potentially a member of like the Lantern Corps, and apparently there's like some corruption or some weird thing going on that leads to greater things in the entirety of the DCU. So this like sets other stuff up. I don't know, but I'm very excited. But apparently Hal Jordan is going to be an older role, which does make sense because Kyle Chandler is older and now it's pretty much official. And John Stewart's going to be younger. Another thing that I want to mention again, because John Stewart hasn't been cast, in Kyle Chandler's contract, and I'm pretty sure that this is official from like the Hollywood Reporter, he only signed on to do one show basically, or at least 1 year, whatever, the contract says. No movie clause, nothing like that. So I'm sure that they could extend it if they want to, but that kind of gives me this feeling like, oh, can he die in this series? Could he potentially, not show up in a movie and he'll only be in the show? What if the show goes on for multiple seasons and he's only in the show, and John Stewart will transfer over to the movies and he'll be like in the Justice League and things like that? That might be very exciting. So as exciting as Kyle Chandler's role might be, I feel like John Stewart is going to be the bigger casting here. But yeah, I feel like I've just been loving every single decision that DC has been making recently, just organically. I'm not even trying to like force it or anything. The MCU and Marvel, like, I love them to death, right? That's my main franchise. But in a way, I'm starting to shift my interest over to DC, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be doing a DC project tier list based on like excitement, probably tomorrow or in the next couple days, so stick around for that. But I don't know, man, it feels like the tides are turning here a little bit, especially with Agatha and the Penguin releasing at the same time. I don't want to say which one is better, but let's just say that you could assume, and by a landslide. So that's gonna just about wrap it up for this video. Just a quick little news video, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about this casting down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.